International Weather News Forecast, early September 2025. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching our live international weather forecast at the start of September 2025. In today's bulletin, we bring you two major stories. First, the noteworthy development of a tropical wave that has just emerged off the coast of West Africa with the potential to strengthen into Tropical Storm Gabrielle, the next named storm of this year's Atlantic hurricane season. And second, the contrasting climate picture in Canada, where scorching heat could break national records while a band of strong thunderstorms sweeps from the prairies eastward. We will analyze and update all of this in detail so you have the clearest overview possible. This morning, the U.S. National Hurricane Center issued an important update. A tropical disturbance has just moved off the West African coast and into the tropical Atlantic. It has been highlighted in orange, meaning there is about a 50% chance of development into a tropical depression or tropical storm within the next 48 hours. If forecasts hold true, this would become Tropical Storm Gabrielle, the seventh named storm of the 2025 Atlantic season. At present, the system remains far out at sea and poses no direct threat to the Caribbean. However, experts caution that its future track remains highly uncertain, as forecast models are not yet in agreement on its ultimate direction. Alongside this offshore concern, residents of the Caribbean and nearby areas are already dealing with unsettled weather. A stalled frontal boundary has lingered for days across the northern and northwestern Bahamas and into South Florida, producing widespread showers and thunderstorms. These storms have delivered heavy rainfall, strong wind gusts, lightning, and even the risk of waterspouts offshore, posing hazards for fishermen and maritime traffic. When skies clear, intense sunshine returns, sending feels like temperatures soaring to 105 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 to 43 degrees Celsius. Combined with high humidity, conditions are extremely oppressive and uncomfortable. In Jamaica, this evening has brought scattered thunderstorms across Kingston, Portmore, Spanish Town, extending westward toward Black River and Mandeville. These storms often feature intense lightning, creating dangers for outdoor activities. Cuba, meanwhile, remains under monsoonal influence with frequent widespread downpours, disrupting both land and water transport. In contrast, the Cayman Islands are experiencing relatively dry conditions with limited rainfall. Honduras, particularly coastal cities like San Pedro Sula and La Ceiba, is turning wetter, with late-day storms expected. The Bay Islands may also see scattered showers. Further south, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama are being drenched by heavy rainfall as a low-pressure trough offshore Colombia funnels moist air inland. Daily afternoon and evening storms are soaking Panama City and San Jose, causing localized flooding on urban streets. On Hispaniola, Haiti and the Dominican Republic are reporting scattered mountain and inland thunderstorms. Earlier this morning, the capital Santo Domingo experienced a minor earthquake, unrelated to weather but notable nonetheless. Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands remain hot and muggy, with daytime highs of 32 to 34 degrees Celsius, 90 to 93 degrees Fahrenheit, and only a few isolated showers. Residents are enduring stifling, humid conditions that push heat indices well above safe thresholds. Across the Lesser Antilles, conditions vary. Northern islands like Guadeloupe, Dominica, and Martinique have been hit with occasional strong storms, while southern islands such as St. Lucia, Barbados, Grenada, and Trinidad and Tobago remain relatively dry. The ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curaçao continue to endure hot, dry, breezy weather. Bermuda, situated near a trough, faces a high chance of daily showers, with more than a 50% probability of rain disrupting beach tourism and outdoor events. Rainfall projections for the next 2 to 3 days show totals of 100 to 150 millimeters, several inches, possible in the Bahamas, South Florida, and northern Cuba, raising flooding concerns in low-lying areas. Costa Rica and Panama are also expected to see heavy rainfall, while Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and Jamaica may pick up several inches in localized storms. Regarding the tropical wave off West Africa, forecast models diverge into two scenarios. The GFS model places the system at a higher latitude, suggesting a track curving northward into the open Atlantic with limited Caribbean impact. The ECMWF model initializes farther south, steering the system west or west-northwest, with potential to approach the northern Antilles before turning. Because the disturbance has not yet consolidated a clear low-level circulation, forecast confidence remains low. Experts emphasize that only once the system is designated as an INVEST or develops into a depression will track and intensity forecasts become more reliable. Residents in the Bahamas, South Florida, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands are urged to monitor updates closely. While the Atlantic and Caribbean eye the possible birth of Gabrielle, Canada is experiencing its own extraordinary weather story. In western provinces, record-breaking heat is taking hold, while central and eastern regions brace for powerful thunderstorms. In Osoyoos, British Columbia, temperatures are forecast to reach 41 degrees Celsius, 106 degrees Fahrenheit, by Wednesday, surpassing the national September record of 40 degrees Celsius. Said decades ago in Manitoba and Saskatchewan, this would mark one of the hottest early autumn spells in Canadian climate history. The heat wave is particularly concerning given the wildfire risk. British Columbia's vegetation has dried under consecutive hot days, leaving forests primed for ignition. A single dry lightning strike could spark new blazes. Meanwhile, the Northwest Territories, already suffering extensive wildfires, may finally get relief as rainfall is expected in the coming days. If precipitation exceeds expectations, it could help contain some ongoing fire zones. In stark contrast, Manitoba and northwestern Ontario are under threat from a band of severe thunderstorms sweeping eastward. Today, violent downpours have already been reported, and tomorrow the storm line will shift into northeastern Ontario and western Quebec. Winnipeg is expected to cool sharply, dropping from near 20 degrees Celsius today to only 15 to 16 degrees Celsius later this week, an enormous contrast to British Columbia's sweltering highs at the same time. Farther east, the maritime provinces are enjoying fair skies under high pressure today, but rain is forecast to return by the weekend, particularly in Halifax. St. John's, Newfoundland, is cool at just 12 degrees Celsius, 54 degrees Fahrenheit, today, but will warm modestly later this week. Labrador, however, faces heavy rain and strong winds tomorrow as a cold front pushes through, disrupting marine activities. In Quebec, most areas are clear today, though scattered storms will appear tomorrow, especially in the south. Toronto is basking in sunshine with highs around 24 degrees Celsius, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, coinciding with the final day of the Canadian National Exhibition. Yet by midweek, storms will arrive, shifting the region into a rainy pattern. In summary, Canada is experiencing two opposing weather extremes: intense, record-challenging heat and heightened wildfire risk in the west, while central and eastern provinces endure thunderstorms, cooling rains, and unstable weather. Meanwhile, the north hopes for drought-breaking showers to help subdue wildfires. Ladies and gentlemen, these climate events once again remind us that weather is becoming increasingly unpredictable and extreme, impacting daily life across vast regions. From the Caribbean to North America, early September 2025 is testing resilience on multiple fronts: the looming threat of Tropical Storm Gabrielle in the Atlantic, and Canada's mix of scorching heat and severe storms. We will continue to monitor these developments closely and keep you updated so that you can stay informed and prepared. Thank you for watching this international weather forecast. We wish you a safe and favorable day ahead.